What is the psychology behind effective fold equity plays in poker? Imagine you're sitting at the poker table, and every decision you make influences how your opponents see you. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal is fold equity. But what really drives your opponents to fold? It's not just about the cards, it's about their thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. Understanding this can turn a simple bet into a strategic weapon. Fold equity is the chance that your opponent will fold their hand when you make a bet or raise. It's about creating enough pressure so they decide that risking chips isn't worth it. When you bet, you're not just trying to win the pot with the best hand. You're also trying to make your opponents doubt their own hands and decide to fold. This mental game is what makes fold equity so effective. The first psychological factor is perceived threat. When you bet big or raise at the right moment, you make your opponent feel like they are in danger of losing a lot of chips. This threat triggers their risk aversion. They start to think, is it worth calling or should I just fold? If they see your bet as a sign of strength, they are more likely to fold even if they have a decent hand. Next, consider your opponent's playing style. If they tend to be tight players who fold often, your bets will have more fold equity. They dislike risk and prefer to play safe. But if they are loose and call more often, you'll need to be more convincing with your bets or use larger sizes to scare them off. Knowing how they play helps you decide how much pressure to apply. Your table image also plays a role. If you've been playing tight and only betting strong hands, your bets carry more weight. Opponents will believe you and fold more often. But if you've been bluffing a lot, they might call you down more, reducing your fold equity. Managing how others see you is key to making your bets more intimidating. Timing and bet sizing are also important. A well-timed, larger bet can create more psychological pressure. It signals strength and makes opponents think twice. Smaller bets, placed at the right moment, can also work by subtly pressuring opponents without risking too many chips. It's about balancing risk and perception. Another aspect is storytelling. Your betting pattern should make sense based on the situation. If you bet like you have a strong hand, opponents will believe you. If your actions seem inconsistent, they might call or raise you instead. Consistency in your story increases your fold equity because opponents trust your bets as genuine. Finally, emotional control and reading your opponents are vital. If you notice signs of hesitation or weakness, you can increase your bets or raise. Recognizing when someone is uncomfortable or unsure helps you decide when to apply pressure. If you can read their reactions, you can better manipulate their decision-making process. In practice, effective fold equity plays combine all these elements. For example, semi-bluffing with a drawing hand can make opponents fold because they fear you have a strong hand. Or, betting aggressively against tight players on a threatening board can force them to fold even if your hand isn't the best. To sum up, understanding your opponent's mindset, exploiting their risk aversion, managing your table image, and using smart bet sizing and timing are the keys. These psychological tactics help you win pots without having to show the best hand. Fold equity isn't just about the chips. It's about controlling their minds and making them fold when it benefits you most.